I mean, I've been alive this whole time.
You know what? You shut up.
Unless I'm dead.
You shut your face.
Who Slither wins?
That's Mina.
Okay.
That's Mina. So she who is like 100 feet that way. Yeah. So there's that. Okay. So, I'm going to now sit down.
So I was sitting there like, man, I really miss crossplay. Like I used to do it all the time, and it was so much fun. I'm just sitting there like, man, who could I crossplay again? And I was like, I forgot about my boy Roy.
Yeah, you did.
I have like half of the costume built.
Yeah, maybe show him some justice.
Oh, my leg is asleep.
I wouldn't want to do. I mean, I would want to redo it, but at the same time, I wouldn't because I know I can do better now. But then I'm like,
You've got that.
But
I've got what?
The TV or whatever muted.
Yeah.
You don't have an echo.
So we don't have an echo.
I'm just checking. It's part of my checklist every week is make sure there's audio and then there's no echo, and I gotta make sure things work.
Yeah, we're working the right way.
They want us to look at the balcony. They want us to spy on them.
Okay, looking over at the. I hate you. I hate the fact that I can see them right now. So so third floor, up over there.
It's like I'm looking for a sniper.
People dancing.
That's
it's right by the tree.
I can't see.
How many trees are there? Yeah, you're making a better wall than a window.
Okay. God dang it. Okay, here.
Hold on.
You're gonna have to basically like be over here.
He's just ruining the couch already.
But yeah, so they are there.
Made by Mountain Dew.
So there we go. But yes, to everyone that is basically still over here, welcome to episode 150 of the Crack Brain Podcast.
We made it.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Remember what happened 50 episodes ago? We were late.
We're late all the time.
I know, but we dropped off the laptop.
Was that episode 100?
That was episode 100.
Okay,
it was a
so
big
episode,
celebration because you needed the laptop.
How do you be late on an episode like that?
Well, it took a while because we were buying the laptop, and I didn't get off work till I was expecting to be off work an hour earlier.
Yep.
And so, because we were like, because his laptop was dying, I gave him my old one.
It wasn't dying. It was already a zombie.
So we were trying to fix it. I was like, all right, we're going to go buy him a laptop. It's a big celebration. He deserves it. He's worked so hard. And I was like, I wanted to get off an hour earlier so we could just explode. And we talked to Tiffany.
You wanted to get off an hour earlier.
And so we talked to Tiffany. Is like, hey, we want to just interrupt the Q&A that he was doing, and she's like, yeah, that's totally all right. I'll probably leave the door unlocked. Blah blah blah. And we were talking, but it took a while, and then we had to go buy the laptop, and we were trying to keep the Q&A going longer. Like we were asking about questions about pineapple on pizza, what supernatural monster would you be?
What would the team be? Not what
or what the team members would be.
That's fair.
I was a werewolf.
I honestly can't remember, but that sounds like something I would say.
Time to go back to episode 100. What am I? I don't know, man.
I was a werewolf.
I'm just gonna say sure. Like I said, I really honestly don't remember so much of that. It's been a long time, and like as much as like this is episode 150, like for the podcast, I've been here for 150 episodes. You guys were what? I think I started bringing the team on regularly like 90 or something like that. Yeah. There's that. So like we would jump in through episodes and stuff like that. So like I'm sitting here like, woo, I'm tired.
And then we would do 2 at a time, and you were just like.
Oh God,
that was hard.
Wait.
When we would do 2 episodes every other week.
Yeah, when we were doing the vodcast.
No, it was.
That was the podcast?
No, that was the starting of. We would do this live. When we started doing this live,
right.
We would do 2 at a time, and then we would like just release the second one like 2 weeks later, record
Yeah,
ahead of time. Like
that's
we were trying to
right.
be like 2 weeks ahead.
Oh my god! As you all can tell, like the podcast has gone through so many different evolutions. Like especially compared to where it started as. Yeah, go listen to episode 1. You can find it somewhere.
I'm gonna need to watch
That
it.
is
So-
with
Or
Episode
listen to
1 was episode. Okay,
is either Sammy or
it was Sammy or Moody. I'm pretty sure episode 1 was Sammy, but I recorded with Moody first. I think
Yeah.
because whoever it is, I recorded with one of them first, but then they became the second episode. I can't remember why.
Nah.
But yeah,
Hi,
so
Kaden.
I honestly think that was Sammy. So yep.
I can't read that far, so
You sure you can read?
probably
Not gonna say a word. So
I
yeah,
only read Mandarin. That's it.
right. So it's been a little bit since we had ourselves a team episode. Thank you to everyone that clued in last week to the streaming one. That was actually really really fun. But now we are in basically our new set.
Yes.
All right,
It's
Yeah.
It's so
quickly evolving to what we've actually been wanting to do.
Right, it was a while ago when I was just like, okay, so we're gonna change up the office. It's gonna look a little bit different. I'd like it to be the podcast set. Hey, what if I got a couch in there? And everyone looked at me like, yes.
How
All
did
of
we get the
the-
couch in here?
Let's talk about that.
So
Which-
okay,
What parts of the couch are we missing now?
so let's. Oh God, I really should have taken like pictures and brought stuff out. So,
Yeah.
We do have that one clip of you crawling under.
yeah, it's like so. Have we even posted that anywhere?
I don't know.
I
didn't
doesn't Ray
clip
have
it, so.
that?
Yeah, I think Ray's got that one now. So basically, to go and move everything in over here, like this chair that I'm sitting in, moved in really really easily. But then like this couch, it is too wide for that door, and the way that just outside that door is set up, it's a little skinny, so it doesn't really go through all that well.
Like
So
a square trying to fit into the round hole of the block things when you were a kid.
your analogies are a work of art.
Well, that's how it is. We got it in. We cut off the corners and made it go into the circle.
I love
It's
you,
engineering, you know.
I've
Like,
missed you
instead
so
of putting,
much.
the square block into the square hole, we decided we got our X-Acto knife and we went slice, 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 and put it into the round hole. Ingenuity.
This is what season 18 watches.
So there we go. Yes, audio is scruffed. I know. So audio is. We're working with that. We're now switching out to wireless microphones. So this one, we're trying out these headsets first. If the headsets don't really work too well, then we do have lav microphones, but those also kind of give off like it's either the scruffed sound or the popping. So we're gonna try fixing that over the next little while and whatnot. But yes, ran out of time. Anyway, but like I was saying, like getting the chair through getting the couch through the door, it wouldn't fit the way it was. And then last week we were recording some gaming and whatnot. I was like, okay, everyone come over, and then we can also try to go and get in the couch. And it didn't work the first time, didn't work the second time. And then okay? So it was your idea
I had it first,
from like earlier during the week. It was like, oh, we should just take a saw to it.
You have it wrong. It was 2 weeks before
Okay.
that when you had first mentioned it. Because that was the first thing. You said, I can't get it through the door. I was like, okay, we can try to figure it out. I was like, I don't know if it's going to go through. So I said, we'll just cut it in half. Just cut it however we can to fix it. So what I was thinking of doing is just cutting it right here. Just cut off this piece. Have no backrest, and just like a bench. Call it good. We'll lean up against the wall. It could have worked.
It could
Am
have.
I wrong?
How uncomfortable would that have been? It would have
That's
been
fine.
uncomfortable, and it also would have been really, really weird to have the black guy sitting down in a nice chair and have a bunch of white people sitting over on a bench. Tell me that that's not the first thing people would be like. And
What? I mean,
problematic.
it could have just been the thing that this is your channel and that's your chair. Or you could have gotten that route of what you're talking
I
about.
am
so.
not being the slave master of a bunch of y'all. Sit on the bench.
But as you were saying,
Yeah, so
Okay.
like I said, he came up with that idea earlier, and I kind of scoffed at the idea over at work and was just like, that's stupid. We're not going to go and do it. Fast forward a couple of weeks to trying to move it in the last time, and I was like, you know what? I cannot take it. Wait, what?
Yeah. So when you first said like cut it in half, instantly that popped in my mind as like a magic show when they saw someone in half.
right in half.
So it's just like that. That
Yeah.
is. Yeah. It was like going.
Are you rereading the chat or something?
what is going on in this chat?
I'm so confused.
Let's read that. But no, it's like I thought of that like, oh, we're gonna put it in
Yeah.
half, and then there's gonna be the arm of the chair sticking out one side, and the other arm is like a leg out there, and just all of a sudden, whoosh! I'm a magician, and it's back in all
Glue it back together.
taped together. What color duct tape do you want?
F you. I only have black
Camouflage
duct
kind.
tape.
That's the best
You wanna do
stuff.
a color?
Yes,
That's my new favorite color.
You.
God damn it.
Then you want to check your. Oh, he's
It's
green.
on.
Green is on. Tiff.
It's on and it's going through the system
Yeah.
supposedly. So
Yeah, so like I said, it's what you all can't see is the fact that to go and even make all this work, which we had a new mixer given to us and whatnot. So huge thank you to our mysterious donor. But to go and get everything to work just right with OBS, I now am using the old mixer and the new mixer.
OBS
And they're
hates us.
it's
Yep.
oh my god,
Yeah.
it really does.
OBS
So,
hates everyone. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
at some point I'll figure all this out. So you know
No.
what?
No.
What
It's-
is going on that I'm missing?
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. That's something.
So
No, so it's been 100 degrees all
Yep.
week.
Yep.
So at night, while you guys are working graves, has it been pretty hot on the
Oh,
dock
yeah.
or something?
I started at 8 o'clock the other day, and oh my god, it was gruesome to work like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, the nights it's like, what would you say, like 70 degrees or more?
are you kidding me? It's usually 80.
It depends. Like, well, there's just cool spots when it gets towards like 1 o'clock. It's
Ish.
not bad. And then it starts rolling around, starts getting warm again. We have like an hour of okay temperature.
I work indoors.
Oh my gosh.
You,
See, I work during the day on the asphalt in the thing, so it's like the asphalt's 150 degrees.
Yep.
It's 100 degrees outside
Mm-hmm.
and just nonstop going. So I was like, what's it like? You know, do you
It's-
guys work
it's hot.
indoors or are you partially outdoors?
It's indoors, but all of the doors are open. So it's like if you had a wall, but there was windows like that the entire way,
Mhm.
and all of them had nothing in them.
Yeah.
So it's like if you just punched a lot of holes in the walls.
Do you punch a lot of holes, Kyle?
Yes. I don't know where the Kyle's coming from, but yes.
No, that's the Kyle like thing is like always punching into like drywall, eating the or drinking the monsters, eating the monsters. This is that's how it is. It's just you freeze it and just go. Arr.
yeah.
That's fair.
Well-
Yes, I do punch a whole lot of holes in things. So
I'll also say that speaking of work, you know, like we've been working pretty like
Can we not talk
nonstop.
about work for
No,
once,
shut up! I've
please?
got a story.
It's my weekend. It's my weekend.
Shut up! I've got a story. I only told you a bit about it. But no, it's like we usually work like 10 to 12-hour days and whatnot. Some of us go and get out of them just by leaving.
And getting fired, but yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. So one of the days, I think like 2 or 3 weeks ago or whatnot, I knew that I was going to wind up having to pull like a 12-hour day just because I started work at about like
Yep.
8:45 or so. I was like, all right, whatever. So I went and got 2 bangs right before we did freaking energy drinks. Got 2 of them right before. I was like, okay, this is great. I should be able to go and make it. And usually that's all right. Had both of them by, I think, like 4 in the morning. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to need something to go and boost me up. So our last break, 6 o'clock in the morning rolls around. I'm already stark tired and just losing my mind. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to rush over, go get something else to go and drink. But decided to go and kick it up a bit. So I grabbed another bang, and then I also got one of those triple shot espresso things from Starbucks, or the little the Starbucks things.
It's not real.
Okay, it is.
Work there.
Starbucks is
I-
not real.
I used to work there. It's not real.
I don't care. All right. All I will say is that usually the double shot keeps me awake pretty well. The triple shot keeps me awake for almost 24 hours. Okay.
Stardust is just this enigmatic ghost that you think you've actually gone to, but it's really not there, and some like weird mind time demon is just fucked with your brain so hard that you think Starbucks exists.
How did I work there for a year then?
I'm willing to believe that because basically what wound up happening is I went and I took all the triple shot basically on my way back to work, and then kept my bang with me. Got back over onto the forklift and whatnot, and within like 30 seconds, I actually chugged half of the bang, and all of a sudden started hearing a buzzing inside my ears. Didn't really know what the heck was going on, and then all of a sudden, all I really remember is like everything just sort of like slowed down a little bit, and then I couldn't really hear sound. And then I just basically stopped. I was like, I just need to stop and just do nothing real quick. All of a sudden, it was one of the daytime shift workers comes over to me, taps me on the shoulder, like, "Hey, I'm here to replace you." It's like, "I'm here to replace you." I'm just like, wait, what just happened? He's like, "You've been sitting in the same spot for like 15 minutes, just making the fork go up and down, up and down, and up and down."
How did I not see you do that?
I don't know. Well, I was on the city side, and I'm just like, apparently I was just sitting over going like, and like, my brain stopped working. I talked to a friend of mine from California not too long ago, and he's like, yeah, so basically you had a mental break, all right? You had so much energy drink contact that your brain just decided to go like, and dump everything for sanity.
James probably just looked over at you and was like, yeah, he needs to go home.
That's exactly what happened.
It was Wizarding Days. What was it? Last year was when like Candace Mel when she did her Puffle Puffle. Was that last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Well, no, it wasn't the time. This past one, it was the year before, like,
That's what I'm saying.
so 2018.
But anyways, so I remember I had to work before going to Wizarding Days, and I was sitting there like,
Tom remembers it.
Validation. Tommy remembers it.
I miss it. I want to see you going crazy. Actually, I don't want to see you going crazy. That's probably not a fun time at all.
Anyways, so I was sitting there stressing out. I'm like, man, I've got to do interviews, and I got to do this, and I got to hype, and I'm on like 2 hours of sleep. God damn. And that's why my coworkers just like, calm down, it's gonna be okay. Well, one of the drinks got messed up, and I'd already been trying to chug a Red Bull, you know. And I was so sitting there. I'm already starting to kind of feel the like Red Bull, and my coworker made a drink with like the extra shot, but the shot was supposed to be decaf or something, so we just had an extra drink, so we split it. So I had the equivalent of a 12-ounce Red Bull and a shot. Chugged in about 20 minutes. I was literally, when it kicked in, I was going around the kiosk. I said, "Hi, what can I get for you?"
See,
You already scare me.
Imagine the normal me when I'm running around at events times about 30, and that was me in a tiny ass little kiosk.
Okay,
It's not even
now-
size-
I'm just now picturing Hammy from Over the Hedge. Just all of a sudden, lights.
okay, now, you guys should just be happy, because at least caffeine affects you. Working at Starbucks for so long and having about 18 shots every day at the very least, it no longer does anything for me. It doesn't help me stay awake. It doesn't, I don't have withdrawals from it. It just is there for taste now. So when I have coffee, it doesn't help me out like it used to.
See, I used to be that same way where just like coffee, soda, energy drinks, they did literally nothing to me.
Yep.
And then I gave up like all caffeine with the exception of like tea. But I gave all that up for maybe like 2.5, 3 years.
Yep.
And even gave up like sugar for a little bit too. And for the most part, it wasn't until starting back with the current job that we have now that I even started having all that stuff again. But yeah, before then, it was just like nothing had an effect on me. It was all just even keeled. Didn't matter what I took. Now I'm sitting there like I have a Mountain Dew, and I'm just like, oh god, oh god, oh
See,
god.
I thought I'd be the same way because when I went to the Navy for the 3 months I was at boot camp, and then the 3 months afterwards, I mean, that was 6 months of no caffeine, no nothing. I only had water. I'm talking no flavored
H2O.
anything.
I couldn't do that.
And then that's what I thought when I started. They break you over real quick. But 6 months of that, just drinking water. I thought it'd be fine. And I had tried, to have soda because I still drink soda like crazy. Tried it. I was like, this is disgusting. How did I drink this before?
Right.
And then I remember I drank coffee the one time, and it didn't do anything to me. Nothing. I drank it. I was like, I feel more tired now. Like, what the hell's going on?
Right.
Yeah, unfortunately, since drinking that, I haven't been able to stop drinking a lot of other shit now, so.
Right. So, yeah, I mean, it's a whole lot of it, is just one thing where it's like, it really just sort of depends on your tolerance and whatnot. So
Yeah.
now I just sit there and go like, look, drinks are drinks and you're just going to have fun with them or not. So.
I have a high tolerance to a lot of drinks and edibles, so, yeah.
Yeah. Trust me, as someone that was sitting there, a couple weeks ago and whatnot, when all of us were drinking rum and whatnot, and I was a little bit buzzed, and doggone, and Tyler made the epic drunk Tyler awakening, okay, and then you just nothing. Dear God.
I just
Yeah,
1, 2, 3, 4, keep going, so boy.
H2O.
Water freaking amazing, all right.
Okay.
What?
Oh, Stephan.
Water very good for body, need live. Yeah, maybe.
Yes.
Maybe.
And beer
Just a little
need
bit.
live.
We
Yes.
made friends that I really want you to meet. They're hilarious. Last year we met them at RTX, but that is one of them.
What's up, friend that I did not meet at RTX?
Oh, you would have loved it. Like everyone was picking her up to.
Oh, dear. Okay, Eb.
So.
Eb, I know your pain. All right, I really do. Okay.
No, she wanted to be picked up.
What monster are you?
She went up to
Little J.
Little J, and about to get a picture, and goes in, and she just goes. I hope I'm using the right pronouns, by the way, but they just. He's just kind of like, what? And then, what was it? 2 people come over, and it's like this height difference of about that much at least. And Little J's just looking up like, I love you and hate you. You can tell he's laughing a little bit, but you can so tell it caught him off guard. And I'm like, this video is the most blessed thing on the internet. I think slightly shorter than me, and like about that big around.
I pick her up with my pinky.
And at one point, Ray,
Emma's a person, not a cookie, right?
I'm not thinking of her as food. I'm thinking. It's just more of just like I just went like this, whoop, put her on my shoulder, and we walked around.
Dude, have any? They don't
Ray,
know.
another one of the artists I met on Instagram that met up with us at RTX. Like we're sitting there talking, and we just look over, and then Brandon's just running off with Eb on the shoulder, and Eb's just like so tall.
I love this.
Honestly, I had never dealt with short people until I came out here, because there's no height in Utah. There's just tall and short. There is nothing else. There's tall and short. I swear to God. And then, meeting Marissa for the first time, Jesus Christ, she's short.
Yeah.
She's so short.
Marissa's about your height.
I'd say she's smaller.
Yeah,
A
probably
little bit
smaller, yeah.
Because, seeing her inside her little booth, I was like, okay, she looks like she's just shorter, whatever. And then she stepped outside, I was like, you could be my sister. Jesus, you're tiny.
Look, all right, I've dealt with being I'm not a super short person, but I'm also not tall at all and whatnot. I realized I really wasn't tall when the couple of games of football that I'd sit there and play. One of the plays literally was, "Hey, we need to go and actually score and whatnot. We're at 3rd and inches. We're right here over on the line." Steph, there's no way that you're going to be running. It's like that you're going to be able to run through or around. How about this? We're going to have one of our left tackles go and just throw you over. And literally, the play was me get right up close, him grab the back of my jersey and toss me over. We won, okay, and I did happen to make the scoring goal. Was not on my feet. And did not jump, all right? When you land head first into the ground, hold on to the ball, and you're just sitting there it's like I neither jumped nor did anything to actually cause this. All I did is I just looked like a little ball flying through the air, okay?
I landed. That's what I did. I landed.
No joke, there actually, there was footage and whatnot of me literally just holding onto the ball like this, just, okay, where you just see it, and, Vikings win! It's just like, that's a new play. Okay, all right.
It's funny you should say that because I actually have a buddy of mine who's like, I think 4'8". Back in like middle school, he was short as all hell. They had him be the quarterback for one reason. Not only could that man throw a ball halfway across the field like it was nothing and be pinpoint accurate, he could slip through anything because he'd literally be just ducking under people's legs and stuff going. he literally,
Was he
the
a
only
juiced up
reason,
pig?
basically, the only reason that he got into college for free was because of all of his plays. He now goes to college for free because he can duck under people like it's nothing. Man can run the ball halfway across the field and everybody's like, where did he go? I can't see him.
No.
I almost messed up one of my friend's high school records in
High school.
yeah. No, I was dating a
Back in
football player
college.
at the time, and his name was Austin. He was a good player too, and he was stop being terrible. Anyways, so I remember sitting there, and I heard the story from him later. It was great, but I just like, go Austin, because I'm in the marching band phase and marching band stands, and he's all down there. So, anyways, he scored a 55-yard touchdown. I mean, that kid,
Nice.
Holy shit. But anyways, so it was like a super great moment. We were talking about it afterwards. He's like, yeah, I almost didn't make that. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, you yelled and it scared me. He's like, literally, like, we're down there and it's like the blue 42. What? Oh shit!
That sounds about right.
Carly yelling at you will make you jump. That's the thing.
You're like, oh shit, what the?
It's like, what was going on?
Hi, Eden! Oh my gosh!
Hi, Aiden.
I still can't
Who?
read it.
The Eden X Rose is another Instagram artist I like.
Ah.
Oh, hello, people.
Hello, people.
I made so many
Hello,
friends with
people.
this Halo 5 armor, and I love it because we're all so supportive of each other.
Right.
Great.
So, yes. Okay. There's that one.
Okay.
All right.
Y'all don't get anything.
Hold
Ignore
up.
me.
Hold
Ah,
up.
you
Give
wanna
to
wait.
me.
You
Yeah.
want,
Give
you
to
want
me.
to wait.
Okay. Well, first
Thank you.
I need to go and do our first ad read, and then I will go and give those to you. Okay. So hold up, because I also need to go and get up our other ad read. So perfect. All right. So you're standing up for some
I'm
reason.
trying to read it. I said I
Okay.
haven't been able to read it for
Okay.
like the past 10
Do you want me
minutes.
to have it on my phone so you
Might
can
be a good idea.
All right. Okay. So here we go. Did you know board games are making a huge comeback? We are in the golden age of tabletop gaming, and look no further than Game Haven for all your board game and card game needs. Board games are perfect for playing with friends, getting the family together, and being a great social platform to meet new people. Right now, one of the board games I actually like the most, and have always really liked a lot, is Settlers of Catan. So if you all have never played Settlers of Catan, it's a really great resource building game. But yeah, I would definitely go and urge you all to go and get that when I'm not playing Monopoly, because Monopoly is the... Shut up! All right, Monopoly is
I
God.
will beat you anytime.
You... Oh!
Monopoly is how you end friendships.
Ooh.
How long are we playing this game of Monopoly? Because I've done it for days.
Is there a
before.
timetable? All right. You can find these games and many others like them at Game Haven. They have a huge selection from old classics to hot and new titles at all of their locations. They also happen to have an online store that can ship to all areas of the U.S. and some parts of Canada. Make sure you find them at yourgamehaven.com on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Game Haven, your stop for the best gaming experience. So thank you, Game Haven, for sponsoring this episode of the Crack Brain Podcast.
And way to mess up their slogan.
That's okay. So funny story. That's actually the slogan I wrote for them.
Way to mess up your own slogan.
I know, right? So bad. There we go. Okay, and then hold on. Let me get through this other last one, and then I will go and give it over to you, which I can't now do. Okay, and this episode is also brought to you by the Crack Brain Patreon page. So we've been having our Patreon page for almost I think like 6 or 7 months now. I try.
Proof
Thank
she said she's not human.
There we go.
Verified proof.
There we go. So our Patreon page is another way to go and help us out. It's a way that you guys can kind of help support not only the show, but all of the other things that we're doing, such as getting a new mixer, getting new microphones. You guys have actually been really key on a lot of different things as far as getting like new software and a lot of new games that will be coming very, very soon. So if you're not familiar with Patreon, like I said, it's a way that you can help donate to us monthly. We have 2 different tiers, a $1 tier and a $5 tier. The $1 tier is kind of like our huge thank you, and then the $5 tier, we do have things like prints. We're working on a couple of different other things, as well as a discount code for our Shopify store. So definitely check that out, patreon.com/crackbrain. I was actually trying to have all the names of everyone, but my phone is being stupid. So
I'm
yes.
wearing something from the Shopify store.
You are wearing something from the Shopify store. So we do have our black and white shirts. We've got shirts, we've got mugs, we've got
Stickers.
we got stickers.
Clocks.
Y'all are nuts with them stickers.
So when I get out of the shower, the clock
clocks.
know
Yeah,
how,
I didn't
how
need
late
to.
I
I
have to
didn't.
work.
I didn't need to know any
It's
of
right
your
next to the
shopping
picture
habits.
of me pointing at your pee-pee.
You're so wrong.
But you're
So
the one
wrong.
who identified it.
So wrong. There we go.
No, I
Okay,
don't.
wait, hold up, hold
No,
up,
no, that's
hold
after
up,
the
hold up.
stories
Okay,
here.
so yeah, definitely go and check that out. Okay, now that's it for our sponsors. Before we get in with anything else, well past 2 months ago, we were having an episode, and there was a simple discussion going on, okay, about just like different things that were like snacks and treats and things like that. Okay, and we happened to find
This was like more than 2 months ago.
we happened to find something on there called cricket flour.
Like, flip you off
You-
3 times I would.
You should have had her eat it before you told her.
No.
No,
Yes.
because,
These
no,
are-
no,
these
no.
I like
already-
breathing.
What you
I like breathing.
You don't
As
understand
someone
murder.
had posted here, these are the special brownies.
Okay.
Not them kind of special brownies, but his
So-
own version of special
Yes.
brownies.
So if you weren't clued into why I just had delicious brownies brought to us, yes, these are cricket infused brownies. Okay.
I'm down.
All right. So yes, the mashed up crickets, also with a little bit. Oh come on,
No.
this
Just try
looks
it.
fantastic.
No.
All right, they're Brandon. Oh,
I'll take
Brandon,
some.
I love you. Okay, fantastic. Now hold up. Who?
Not bad.
It tastes like regular brownies.
Yeah.
That's it.
It's got a little,
It's
got a little
just
something
slapping
in
its
it.
wings a little bit in my mouth, but
Yeah, that's why you're getting kisses for
It's got a good crunch to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's not bad. It's not bad. See, and this is something where like you can have this any other day of the week and it'll still be fine.
it's filled with protein.
Are
Yeah.
you drinking Mountain Dew with brownies?
Game fuel.
All right.
He's a true game.
This is a podcast, not a game.
See, that one's not so bad.
No,
So
give
bad.
it a bite.
Okay, now I thought about it. Cricket brownies weren't
If
enough.
I must you hurt me like this.
Cricket brownies weren't enough.
Oh, there's a sequel.
There's a sequel.
Cornbread?
Why do you have to
Tiff?
hurt me like this?
Tiff? Okay. There's a sequel.
Cricket
I
toppings.
don't know about this one.
there's a sequel.
Cricket
All right.
toppings.
There we go.
I hate you. Oh, this is so gross.
There we go. All right, so, because, I mean, I figured these cricket brownies would taste the way that they did, just like regular old brownies.
So is this freshly caught by you, or is this a package of it?
He
Oh,
went outside.
these are edible Jamaican crickets. Come on, island
Ooh,
crickets,
wow.
man. Island crickets,
So
man.
you say special brownies, and then you say it's Jamaican style.
Jamaican style.
It's like
Jamaican style
Okay.
special brownies for you. Oh,
Making me want to cry.
there you go. Do your dare, Ethan.
This one. Depends how much am I getting for it?
You're getting my love and admiration. Here you go.
Anyways, while they eat the cricket brownies, so if you walk into Brandon's bathroom, he has like all these pictures hung up, right? Because he doesn't have a lot of wall space, so he just takes pretty much on the entire downstairs.
Sounds like me.
And- Yeah. And there's this picture that he has in his heat wave, is that what it's called? Anyways, in his Heatwave cosplay, and he's like pointing 2 guns down like that. It's a cool action shot, but the guns are pointing right at your dick.
You used the wrong one. Should use that one.
Yeah, I know, and it's hilarious
great.
because we give him crap about that. 'Cause it's like Stephan literally is like, I'm gonna do my business, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, there's Brandon pointing. His
Yeah,
finger
because
at
we were
me.
live streaming Dive Starpath.
Mm-hmm.
And then he had to go pee from the special tea. No, I made the tea later. And he's like, there's a picture of you above your toilet, and you're pointing your gun right at my dick.
I'm telling you. Okay,
It was
hold
a
up.
great action shot.
People can't see me. Like, imagine you're sitting there taking a leak, and there's Brandon with a gun pointed
Fires confetti.
directly
Trigger safety edge.
at things going on.
That's
all
why
right?
I'm
It's wrong.
going to fire it.
It's wrong. It's literally like this. It's literally like this in his bathroom. Okay?
And take that as you will.
You're welcome.
She ships Tuckington.
Well, I mean, not that.
Where's this going?
We'll just sit there and drink.
This was the Tucker I was telling you about, by the way, that you'll probably meet next year.
You're doing. That is great. That is great.
There we go.
I
Okay.
kind of want to do caboose. You know, honestly.
Yeah, I'd say spin
I'm
off
thinking
the
that I
helmet.
could do caboose pretty well.
You should meet our friend Zach. He has the best. He sounds like Joel. It's crazy.
That is great.
He towers over everybody.
See, I want to
Hey, chicka bum
do.
bum.
I want to do Maine,
Do it.
but I'm not big enough to do it.
Who cares?
Size doesn't matter.
Well, okay. Here's the thing, though. But I also want to do caboose. So it's like caboose. I could do that voice. I could do that, and it would be hilarious.
I say all of the yes. I say all of the yes.
See, the only reason I really want to do Maine as well is his helmet is awesome.
I called her out on shipping Tuckington.
Oh,
There's been lots of fan art that we've looked over, and
we've recreated. So.
I wasn't gonna mention that we recreated
I wanted
it.
to mention it too, but I feel like your wife was gonna kill me.
No, because now that she,
What the hell
she
is on your shirt?
It's a cricket.
It's chocolate.
Oh my god.
I have chocolate.
It's one of the crickets.
That was for you, Eb.
Ed wants you to be Felix.
Was that seriously one of the crickets, or was that?
Whatever.
That was-
There was no crunch to that.
Is it part of the foam?
Oh yeah, I.
Did
no,
you
I
just
could
eat
probably
foam
do
for
that.
your helmet?
I could.
Did you just make me eat foam?
Okay, no. Here's the thing. You ate it and kept eating it.
Brandon!
It's gonna come out.
Brandon!
I don't know what it was. Can you spit it out and we can analyze it?
Why'd you stick it in my mouth?
I wanted to share some Tuckington experience for the viewers.
Why'd you stick it in my mouth?
Why'd you open it and accept it? It's a two-way street.
Because you said it was chocolate!
Oh, okay. Here's the thing.
It tastes
Why are you
like chocolate.
accepting things people put in your mouth? You should be careful with that.
Here. We'll put this in your mouth.
I already had one, hold up!
Wash it down with some cricket.
Cheers.
Oh, man.
See, it doesn't gross me out. I just don't know if I could do the crunch.
It's
the only
not,
thing.
it's basically like...
It's a very soft crunch, I'm
I
assuming.
know that they're raised not to be normal bugs, but I still can't get over the, oh my god, it's a bug. And you're eating a bug. What the hell? Like,
Okay, well, like, see,
I know there's like farm-raised fish and there's farm-raised fungi and crap like that, but I still won't.
even these and whatnot. So, like, yesterday, just getting off of work, one of the reasons why, like, I knew this was going to be no thing at all. So one of the guys that we work with and whatnot, he switched out me and my lift and whatnot, and like in the passing of like, hey, okay, we'll see you later. He's like, hey, you want to try something real quick? I'm like, sure, why not? Gets out this small little box that says crickets, okay, and it's sour cream and onion crickets. And I looked at it, I was like, yes, this is my test. This is my test for tomorrow.
I hate sour cream and onion, though.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
There you go.
What? Am I the only one that likes it here?
You're
You
like
are
a
a
redhead.
ginger, so
It's not bad. It's not my favorite.
Used
but,
to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and
my
like I
freckles
said,
have disappeared.
having those, I knew that these were going to be no problem.
Yeah, I have no problem. Like on Trek, like, oh, there's some crickets. I'm going to catch it, get some extra protein because I'm freaking exhausted and they're starving me.
Yeah. No, I will say this. I had this idea.
Yeah, I know.
Ray came up with something. Even I don't have any more food surprises for you guys.
Is it a drink surprise?
No, it's more food. And I don't want to spoil it for you guys right now.
It's a milkshake.
No.
I'm not doing
I'm
titty
not
milk
eating
milkshake.
anything that Ray makes.
It is fantastic. She told it to me like maybe 2 hours ago, and I'm just like, oh, all of the yes. All of the yes. Because I've been waiting for these crickets for like all day. And when you came in, it's like, you got a package. I'm like, oh!
That's what that was.
So
I should have left that outside.
yeah, it was to the point where like I've been telling Ray like, look, if they come in after the podcast starts and we're probably not going to be able to do this, and oh well, you know, and whatnot. And she's like, hey, here's this idea, and I'm like, you're sick and twisted, and I love you.
So I might have some good ideas for this later that I might have to talk to you with.
Yeah.
Because
I quit.
yeah, you ever
Think
done
about
the,
what we have in store.
I quit.
Think
Have
about
you-
the video that we have in store.
I quit.
Here, pause.
Have you ever done the challenge as a kid with a bunch of your friends where you could make any concoction in your kitchen that you wanted as long as you didn't use stuff underneath the sink?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done that a lot of times as a kid, and we found some very great things.
Yeah, see, my little brother would just do that naturally, where he used to put, no joke, he used to put mayonnaise, peanut butter, jelly, ketchup, mustard, pickles, and it was something else that also disgusted me. Put it all over on sandwiches, and like it wasn't like this is a one-time thing. He did it from the age of like 8 to like 13, and he would do it all the time. Like, this is disgusting. How do you do this?
You think that's bad? At least that's tolerable. And, you know, a lot of people probably do that, you know, as is anyway for, you know, burgers and stuff like that, because it's kind of their really simple one. It's really odd that my sister used to do. Water and pepper.
The fuck is wrong with white people?
You know what makes it even worse? You wouldn't think, but pepper has an aftertaste, and when you mix it with water, it doesn't taste right at all.
Does it clear the sinuses?
No, it doesn't do any of the good things pepper usually does. It has the worst aftertaste of anything I've ever had. There's no way to get it away, and it's there for the entire day. It sucks
You guys
a
are weird. The
lot.
only weirdest food thing I did was I used to eat butter when I was little.
Yeah, I used to do that too.
I put butter on stuff.
God, I was
Gingers
probably-
unite.
I was probably like 4 years old, and I remember I was at my dad's parents' house, and I was like eating butter with a butter knife, and I go, and I cut in the middle of blood, and I was like, ah! So we cleaned it up, and then I got a caramel, like the caramel Werther's candies. My grandma would have them all the time. I'm like, this hurts my tongue, but it's so good.
Bex, I'm telling you right now, this happens all the time. Okay, wait,
Just tell
get
me.
off me! Oh, I hate
So
you.
Bex is Ray, another one of the artists is super excited to meet you. We met in Texas.
Okay.
Tell
Bye,
them
Tom.
about Lake Powell or wherever.
Lake Tahoe?
Tahoe, yeah.
Okay, so there's a okay, so in the realm of fan art, okay, there's a special shot of an interaction between Tucker and Washington. All right. Now, before I go on with that, let me set the scene. Okay. The last job that I had and whatnot, because I did like a really, really great job for pretty much the entire year and hit like a bunch of really, really great numbers, they went and they made this special like business trip. And it was supposed to be like a pleasure trip and whatnot, so you could take like yourself and one other person that was above the age of 21. Well, my wife, she had just had our youngest kid. Do they really need the gestures? Do they need all of the gestures?
Akuma.
Simba, I freaking knew it. Oh, you dick. So it's like, so she had just had him, and I talked to my bosses, and they were like, no, we can't, like, you can't bring the little kid because it's got to be 21 and over, and we thought it was stupid, but oh well. So I go over to this guy, and I'm like, hey, my wife can't go. You want to come with me over to Lake Tahoe? And he's like, yeah.
Get away
All right.
from work.
He was just like, yeah, let's do this and whatnot. So
This is
we
nice
sit
hotel.
there, we go. really great trip. We flew out, and whatever. You had to deal with my boss for a little bit. And
Yeah, he
and
wanted to
whatnot.
recruit me. And
Yeah,
then-
he
yeah, I
wanted
think
to
he only really asked me once, but I think he kind of stayed away.
Yeah, he did. He did. But
scared
it's
him.
only because he's weird. Anyway, so,
He was scared Brandon would out-weird him.
probably. So over with the hotel rooms that we got and whatnot, we're just sitting there, and one of the times we were just having fun. And then was it you that brought out the picture?
I think it was before the trip because I had been
Yeah.
looking at stuff and
Yeah,
I
had
brought it up.
we had looked at it before the trip, but I think like I had talked to you right before the trip, like, hey, we might need to recreate this.
It was funny.
Whatnot. So like it's like we're finally there. We're just sitting there like getting ready for the day. We're just like, hey, let's recreate that shot real quick.
And now, what is the fan art? So what's the actual?
The fan art.
I'm gonna cry if it ends up being one of your guys'.
All right.
Well, I'm wondering.
The fan art is, like I said, you've got Agent Washington and you got Tucker. All right, you got Agent Washington down over like the lower left-hand corner. He's looking up over at Tucker. Tucker is running away, but Tucker is butt naked. And literally butt naked.
Yeah, but
We recreated that shot.
yeah, we took a timer. We set up the camera, set the timer. I was wearing the hotel bathrobe.
You were wearing the hotel bathrobe. I was wearing nothing but a sock.
He's wearing a very long sock, like a stocking that you hang over the fireplace because 200
Oh,
foot dong.
shut up.
200 foot dong.
200 foot dog.
The photo is no longer in existence because his wife probably would have murdered him.
Damn it. It hit the group chat. It hit the group chat.
We could probably dig back.
This is a long time. Actually, it was just barely a year, like this
Yeah,
month.
exactly. So, like, we probably could actually find it, but it's the fact that we recreated that shot, and then all of a sudden we sent that to the group.
No. We warned it. Said, hey, we recreated this picture. This is a warning. And then it's like, this does not leave anything.
It stays in. It's like this stays in our group. The picture doesn't go anywhere. I forget who. I think it might have been Candace. Be like, what the hell?
It's
What is wrong with you guys?
So
Because the photo, wasn't it? I think it was Washington was actually coming out of the bathroom.
Yeah, and you were naked.
Tucker was running at him, and Wash was just like, and it had like the cat lines, like the stressed out anime cat
But
lines.
so this year at RTX, we met one of the artists like that. So that we've done a lot of fan art.
No,
What?
they deleted it, the artist of that picture.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Ev just said, I know the artist you're talking about, and they deleted everything.
Because we saw it on Tumblr,
Yeah. So it's
but
probably
we saw a lot of like I'd always go through like where I found that picture was on Tumblr and a lot of stuff is like a lot of car wash fan art and whatnot. And we met the actual artists of like some of their prison and what we based a lot of our photo shoots on.
Yeah.
Well, then we met her this year.
Nice.
Like she just came up and said, "Hey, can I get a picture of him? Do like a lot of fan art and everything." And she showed us. I was like, oh, "We freaked the fuck out."
Yeah, it was, do you remember the one where they're like holding onto each other from the side? Carolina's kind of leaning, she has a lighter behind her back.
Yeah.
It's that artist.
Okay. Damn.
And Brandon was like, "This is the artist that did that," and I literally just.
I mean, there was a lot of other,
Yeah.
sexual car wash things that she had done, and that I was like, "Hey,
I
babe."
remember getting dropped in one of them, and it was like I woke up at like probably 7 in the morning. I just looked at it, I was like, "What the fuck, Brandon? Seriously?"
She did not do the one where Wash is in the cat lingerie thing. Yeah, I asked her that, and she's like, "Oh no, I didn't do that."
See, I
Let me
will say
find the
this.
picture.
In a couple of weeks, I can't remember. I think in like 3 or 4 weeks of whatnot. I'll be doing an updated version of Tucker and whatnot for a photo shoot.
I found the fan art
You found the fan? Wait, you found the fan art?
of the Tucky.
Okay, hold up.
I found
Okay,
it.
hold up. It's yes. Okay, so
Wait,
this
hold on,
is it.
yeah, put this where the butt is.
Okay, so there we go. All right.
I want to show Ethan.
Okay.
I can't believe I still had it. I thought it was gone.
Okay.
I have it.
All
This
right.
is victory.
So this.
It's censored right now, just
Yes,
so you
it's
know.
censored for YouTube's sake. Okay, let me see if I can get it just. Okay. There we go. It's still really hard to
Hold
tell.
on, let's turn the brightness down.
Okay, turning the brightness down. I don't know your freaking
Scroll
phone.
from the top.
You almost had it.
Oh no, Android, how do I use it?
Shut up!
See if that will work. It's a little bit darker now.
Okay, so hopefully this will work. Okay, yeah, it actually works pretty well.
Yeah.
All right.
Eb, I'll send it to you.
So we recreated this shot. Okay, socks and all.
Yeah, it was great. So censored for YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you do know the artist, tell them that we love them and bless them.
Oh, we'll do it again. So yeah, it's like there's that, and then like I said, it's like I'm gonna be recreating that, and then I've already talked to the group and whatnot, and like I said, they said that Brandon is more than welcome to go and come out. So I really want to go and get a couple other
So,
Tuckington
like,
shots
they did that
and
one.
whatnot. Yeah. So there's a few
It was,
that I want.
it was Tess. That was her name that did this artist. Bless you, Tess.
So yeah, there is more Tuckington in the relative near future and whatnot, because it's supposed to be like a smoke bomb shoot, but I figure since we're already going to be out over there, we might as well do some other stuff too. So yeah. So yeah. I'm so glad that he actually ate it.
I'm so mad.
I kind of assumed he would, honestly.
Oh, I knew he would too, no matter how many times I threatened him.
No,
With
Because
a bad
there's nothing
time.
wrong with it.
It's just.
it's awesome.
So this is like some of the stuff that one of the artists we met drew.
That's cool.
Like, it was good, but imagine waking up at 7 in the morning getting a text from your significant other of just, you're here.
Well, there's also like that. Like some of this I'm not going to show you guys.
Gotta keep hitting the microphone.
What?
He keeps on doing this and hitting the microphone. Even look, we've got wireless microphones literally to stop you from hitting the microphone or any service
You
on.
know that is never
And you
gonna be possible.
There's not a table anymore.
Yeah, like we
Everybody
got through
smack
that
the table.
part.
In honor of the old table.
Always.
See, that's why I've kept this hand mostly on my lap, so that way I don't smack it. Because I feel
Smack
like I
it
would
good.
do
You've
the
got
same
all of
thing.
this space around you. How can you?
Yeah, but I have a habit
Oh.
of touching my face too often,
Don't
so
touch your face.
can't tell me what
It's
to do.
like yeah.
You're not my dad.
But what if he is?
Oh, God.
That would
All
have
right,
a lot
Ed,
of questions
incoming.
to ask. But how?
What, I'd have you when I was like 9? I'm not that ghetto. There you go. So, outside of that, like I said, some of the things that we've actually got coming forward. So, if you're not local over to the Utah area, which how dare you?
How dare.
Next weekend
Yeah, I'm
we
sorry
are.
that you live where you live.
Yeah, we are hosting an RT Ruby kind of like community day. So I'm actually like really excited for that. And there's gonna be little bits of that will probably be we'll probably stream some of that. Like I do want to play Jackbox, and I figure we'll probably go and stream that as well. So like if you want to go and come over for that one, I've got no idea what time. But next
Just
Saturday.
subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bar, and then you'll get an alert.
Yeah.
Smash the link.
I can't hit you because the microphone.
Hold on.
Don't be that way. No. It's okay.
Well, it depends if we're going to be, like, cooking food and stuff like that, too. Because I think barbecue, too, would be kind of fun.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I figure we'd go and have like burgers and hot dogs and brats for people that
Veggie
like.
burgers too.
Have you ever
Yeah,
had
and veggie
Colosimo's
burgers.
sausage, by the way?
At what?
Colosimo's sausage.
Oh.
Local Utah-made sausage. The guy that made it and owned it was a
Mhm.
really good friend of my grandparents.
Yep.
Oh my god, it's like the best freaking sausage ever. Like,
I want to try.
I don't know a lot of Utah stuff, so every time someone says like, "Oh, this, that, all this," I'm like, "Cool."
get
I
it at
don't know.
Smith's,
I've been to the
that's right.
temple. That's about it.
yeah, you can get it at Smith's, which is great because it was in such high demand. And the guy
Mhm.
was like, I can't do all this for my little shop on Magna Main. So
Yep.
Smith's took it and it's super great, but oh my god, you have to try it. It's so good.
I say Vex, fly over now.
Please! I miss
Give
you!
it.
Just bring Eb and Charlie and everybody and just party.
Problem is we don't have a Voodoo Donuts shop here.
Yeah, that was fun. We tried that Voodoo Donuts
Mhm.
that the internet was like freaking out. It's really good. Like they had this grape one. that had like grape Kool-Aid sprinkled on
Okay,
it.
now whoa.
You targeted him for grape.
I know.
Whoa.
No, I'm telling you.
It's purple.
Thank you.
Like the color purple.
I don't. I don't care what they think
purple
it tastes
flavor.
like. It's purple.
It's purple
anyways,
flavor.
It's
I
delicious.
was looking at it and I'm like, this is gonna be so damn sweet. It's gonna rot my teeth. It was so good. It was like the perfect balance of purple drink and frosting and donut.
I don't know if I could do
And size.
purple donut. I don't know if that tastes
Well, the
right.
donut wasn't purple. It was just regular donut with the purple frosting, the purple drink.
Thick
Mix.
frost.
I don't know if I could do that flavor on that
It
though.
was really
It's
good.
good.
That's weird.
It was sweet grape, not the like cough medicine grape.
Okay.
I'll take
I'm
a
down to try
crack
just
at
about
anything.
anything. Yeah.
Okay, so
No shit.
it almost
This year I've
it
done everything
almost
in a
feels
half.
like you're irritated, irritated because I made
For once,
someone
the
eat
turn's
something.
tabled.
I'm the victim here. I was forced to eat crickets against my will.
Force! You were the first one to reach out and grab it. I want this. I need it in my life.
I got the best one.
Now, granted, I'm telling you guys right now, if Carly would have had one of those brownies when she was reaching for them, she wouldn't have noticed the damn thing.
She wouldn't have.
I
But you would
would've
have said
told-
something, and then I would be headless.
I would have said like, "Hey, so you just ate cricket brownies? Odds are you would have gotten pissed and stormed out."
I probably would have thrown up, but I would have aimed it at you.
See, I care. I care.
Yeah.
Somebody does.
I would have said
I
no.
care. I gave you foot massage before we left.
Yeah, thank you, 'cause my feet hurt.
She asked us, "Hey, babe, how much do you love me?" And I says, "What do you want? Can I get feet rubs? The birds are in the way, hon. Just move them."
Because seriously, like we'll lay down, we'll have the birds out on the bed with us, and they'll both just like hang out on me and just walk around, kind of look at each other, and then just like, and then just go about their ways. Like they love each other and hate each other, and it's
They've
it's like
accustomed to your guys' personalities.
Yeah.
They really have.
Delta's a sassy, fiery little asshole and washes. What are you doing?
We
The
learned
names
from
are awesome.
because when we were in Texas, we had them at the breeder to watch them and everything. And I guess Wash was bullying
Delta.
Delta, so my bird was bullying hers.
So,
And her bird is normally like a bully for everything.
no, he's just a macho bird. He like puffs out his chest like, I rule this place, and like that's how he was when Wash was still in baby quarantine. And we put him on the ground, and Wash is just like, hi, and he's like, fuck this. Ran under my legs and was cowering from Wash. Because she's just sitting there,
I'd go around in circles.
yeah, run around in circles and stuff. But Tracy was like, yeah, so Wash, they'd be on the floor together, and I'd be watching them. And Wash would be playing with a toy, or no, Delta would be playing with a toy, and Wash would see it, and she'd kind of like, I want that toy. So she'd kind of walk over, look at it, and then she'd just at Delta, and Delta's like, that shit, and he'd kind of like nip back a little bit, and they both kind of be just like, and then Delta would walk off and start going under the bed, and Wash would start chasing them, and they both drop out the toy.
Best thing about my bird, it has eyebrows. Like it just has gray right here. Gray right here. And so before it starts all of a sudden like to peck you and everything, the eyebrows just go whoosh. It goes.
She literally has eyebrows. It's the cutest damn thing. It's just
How?
like, it's just gray coloring on the feathers that make perfect eyebrows.
What kind of birds do you guys have?
I have
A
a.
gray cheek and a cockatiel.
I've never heard of any of them having eyebrows before. That is great. That is great.
I've just now pictured Angry Birds, but in your own birds, like actual colors and looks and
Well,
everything.
yeah, see, I match my
that's
bird.
a copyrighted term. You can't say that here.
I didn't say
It's
Candy
so-
Crush.
Well, you just did.
There you go.
So, like, it was funny because Wash was in her cage and I was sitting there putting new toys in for Delta. And she had her crest up about right there, you know. And I go, Wash, Tracy said you were being mean to Delta and bullying him, were you? And she goes, and her crest goes up a little more like that. Yeah, I did. And I was like, oh, you bitch.
So now we've now understood that your bird is a dick.
No, my bird.
Your bird has been a dick.
Yeah.
All right, and yours is a dick just when you all go away.
Mine is just clueless, like me.
Yeah.
No, that bird literally puts together their own melodies and like phrase, like it knows phrases, but it'll sometimes mash them together. And I was with his mom and I were talking to him one day. She kind of starts raising her wings and she gets them about half up. And she looks at me, she kind of glares, and then she goes, "What are you doing?" And I just busted out. I taught you that.
It's the cutest way. Like, what you doing?
Yeah, because imagine this tiny little squeaky like, "What are you doing?"
I get it. That's nightmare fuel.
No, the first thing that we
Shit's
taught
talking red.
my bird to say or sing was "Hi Ho" from Snow White. Hi ho, it's off to work we go. So every morning she just sings that. It just goes off for like 20 minutes, going.
No, she does this. She goes. She clicks before she repeats it.
That is great.
This is giving you so much
What are you
idea.
scared of birds or
It's been
something?
sad this past week because I go to work. I'm like, bye, Wash. I love you. I'm going to work. I love you. I'm like, please, I gotta go to work. I love you. Don't
See,
make this hard.
Gets to the top of the stairs and Delta just.
This is I'm glad I have children because biologically that's normal. Okay, if I had a bird that would sit there and I'm leaving, I love you. I'd be like, demon thing, go away. Animals shouldn't talk.
But birds have a larger vocal range than we do,
like
and they're intelligent.
animals.
Look, okay, here's the reason why I say this. All right, growing up, we had
The
a.
reason why I
We,
say this.
shut up.
I am right, you were wrong. This is the right way to have this.
We had a family friend that they had. I think it was like a gray parrot, or it was big, not really colorful, but the thing talked a
And then
lot.
the birds took over.
Sounds good. Okay. But they had this big old bird. All right. And every now and then I go and see it and whatnot. And I am a bird person. I do like birds, but I like raptors. All right. Parrots are in this weird void that I really just don't have a soft spot that much for. Thus any talking bird. But basically what would go on is that these family friends and whatnot, their bird would talk all the time, but then would like pay attention during movies and would redo lines during movies,
That is
which for
great.
most movies are completely fine. What is the genre of movies that Stephan does not do?
Scary movies.
Scary movies. Every single time that I would decide to stay the night over at these people's house would invariably be a night that they all decided to go and watch a scary movie. So I would go to a different room. The bird would stay in the room. So thus, all during the night, while I'm trying to go to sleep, I would hear something like, "What are you doing, Charlie?" And be like, what the hell is going on? Okay.
That would be great.
I'm gonna get a cockatoo one day, and I'm gonna teach it to do the biggest, loudest damn kamehameha you've ever heard. And I will wait and put it in your house at night, and then just go here. Ah, meh.
But
I don't
see,
think
my
you have an
favorite is
issue with
Piccolo. So I'd be like, that's cool. Still freaked out by Demon Bird. See, then I'd be at least like a...
Okay, no, the best part is like coming out of the shower. I drop the towel. My bird cat calls, by the way. Drop the towel every time.
You
That is great.
are so wrong.
Best thing.
So
My bird has perfect
Thing is,
timing for
you have
everything.
to teach them that.
I-
Where did they learn that?
Okay, good. I'm glad you say that. Okay,
Yeah.
because how many times did you have to sit there like, Bird, drop the towel, look at my dick.
No,
and then-
No, I don't. That's not how
Practices it
I
all the
would
time.
just.
Now whistle. Now whistle.
Good job, here's a treat.
It just coincided because there's the second thing she learned was the cat call, and it just so happens when it happens.
Delta.
He has
You
no
got a
excuse
dick
for it.
whistling bird.
Hey, no, that sounds way worse than how you put that out right now.
It's great. I just can't use it on iTunes.
So you know how Delta will always have that like biting and nipping problem?
Yeah?
He'd bite, and I go, stop it, stop. Well, he knew how to stop already, but then he put two and two together that every time he bites me, he now goes, much, stop, much, stop, stop.
That's why I don't have birds.
And I'm like, that is the opposite. You're supposed to bite and then say stop.
But then I go, it's like, I pick it up and like, give me a kiss. That's what she does, and it's
Oh,
pretty
it's so
bird.
funny. He'll pick up Delta and he'll lean into kiss, and Delta just basically goes.
And then I have Delta
And
hanging
he'll
upside down.
literally hang upside down because he's saying "fuck that" so hard.
I don't want to be eaten. Fuck you.
You were trying for a while to get or Washington to say "fuck off" or "fuck you."
Yeah.
Fuck.
I kept. She'd say something, and I just go, "Fuck, fuck." I love to want to watch his parents have an
Now you got now you got the explicit warning on iTunes.
It's never not left. It's like legitimately in the settings. I have it just marked. Every single episode is explicit. As soon as I had the one episode that basically went from like, hey, I'm gonna be slightly family friendly, to like, you know what, forget it. I'm just there's no point.
You mean
I
fuck
just kept it there. Okay. So. Okay, now there are some things like there's something I want to go and talk about and whatnot, because this week has been a week of trailers, a ton of trailers. Okay, yeah, that's right. I'm gonna get you
How
ready.
many far are we behind right now?
Okay, now wait, what?
We're like, no, I was saying, how many far are we behind now? Like 100 something?
Of
Oh, you're not talking that trailers.
Movie trailers, not trailers.
Also that.
wrong trailers.
That's
You
funny.
started work talk, okay? You
I
started work talk.
See, when I pick up my Whirlpool freight, I just look and I just see all these trailers of your company, and it's like,
I see them getting onto the I-215 on-ramp when I'm trying to get off
Yep.
at California. And I'm just
Yep.
like,
yeah, when I'm getting, I'm just flipping.
Trailers.
I'm just
Okay,
flipping off the
also
words.
that, yes.
Trailers. There we go. Okay, so like this week we've had. At least the ones that I've noticed and whatnot, we've had the Top Gun trailer, we've had the Cats
Yes.
trailer. We're gonna get into
Yes.
it. And then
Wicker.
wait, what?
With The Witcher for Netflix.
Yeah, it's like and then the Witcher trailer.
They're doing The Witcher in
Oh, you
live
don't
action?
know.
Or is
For
it
Netflix.
animated?
No, live action.
No,
it's
live action.
Henry Cavill.
Yes.
He looks fantastic.
Okay,
did
yeah.
not spare expense in the costume.
Yeah.
They made him
So
literally look like
exactly,
That is
it's
so
like so that
great.
it's like that Netflix trailer and whatnot. Okay, I could hear screams all the way going home. Okay, just of people that I could tell were finally cluing into that because it dropped over inside the morning. It was fine and whatnot. I finally get here like pulling in, and I could literally hear like I'm gonna turn on my microphone. I could hear like from like different people all around. Just because they were finally gluing into the doggone trailer. I had to actually ask my neighbor if people were dying. Like, no, they're actually watching the Witcher trailer. Which I made the Witcher.
I've always wanted to.
Yeah, I haven't. But
I will get it on GOG, and then you can have it for free, and then you can play it, because it is amazing. It is so amazing of a game.
apparently the
All of them.
That's what I want. That will be
Watchmen
watching
looks
that
so
later.
good.
So Watchmen will be on HBO.
Yeah, and I have that.
Also, hi, Candace.
It's like, so there's that, you know. So like I said, it's like I really didn't care too much about the Witcher trailer, but like the one that I did care about a whole lot is what I'm like actually wearing in reference to. It's not
It's Top Dad.
Top Dad, okay, but my wife knows that it's not exactly my favorite movie, but very close to it. Okay. I am both.
I am Maverick. I am Tom Cruise.
I'll be Iceman.
You're Iceman? Okay. Let's take him down.
Okay.
I mean, he does have the ice tips, so...
Look, it's something where that trailer dropped, and I said the exact same thing when the talks of the movie were going around and whatnot. I'm like, is it either going to be really great or really going to be
Yep.
stupid?
Yep.
Because if they do too much of the old crap, I'm going to be pissed off.
Well, it's got Ed Harris in it too. I was happy.
Yeah.
So, one thing I'm curious about is if they're going to use the original music or if they're going to redo the music for it.
See, and it was
It sounded like it was updated. It seemed updated.
It's like most of it's going to be updated.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you right now, like you see that little scene where they've got the lacrosse or not the lacrosse. What's it called?
Football.
No,
Oh, volleyball.
Look,
rugby.
Yeah.
You see the
Great.
football.
Shirtless volleyball. They showed a scene of it. Oh, maybe it was a football.
No, that was football.
But it was shirtless, and I just...
Yeah,
it was a football. That was a
And
football.
whatnot. So I'm sitting there going like, okay, so we're gonna do this. Are they going to update these songs?
Yes.
The trailer.
That's what I want to know.
They probably
You don't understand just how much I love Top Gun, because when I was working for my company before where we work now, I got everybody to have the call signs for Top Gun. Everybody had a call sign. Not only that, I made a logo for us that was the Top Gun logo, but instead of it saying Top Gun, it said SLC-1 for us over there. I made everybody rewatch that movie like 3 times while I worked there.
See, you at least did it in a cool way, alright? I'm as much of a dork, and I've always been this kind of dork, where I used to have this really stupid, bright red electric scooter that it said it could go 25 miles an hour. I think it topped out at 8. Okay, but it was like I was 15 and whatnot, and it was just like I'm tired of walking over to school all the time. So I'd sit there and I would drive that thing over to school. It was ridiculously stupid, and yet people loved it. This was also the era. It's like this was also the arena of being able to still have like little mini boom boxes and whatnot. So guess what kind of songs I would sit there and put on? Okay, you would have anything from Crazy Frog to so the thong, yeah. Had that
I
on
hate
there.
you.
Also had Danger Zone on. Highway to the Danger Zone, and you better believe every single time. Highway. I can't sing,
You-
so don't judge me.
You don't understand. You say I'm not nerdy, but I'm not talking Halloween as a kid. I'm talking all the time. I had my dad help me make a jumpsuit just so I could wear it. I love that fucking movie.
Right. So
Ah.
Hayden and I have already said that hey, we're going to see in the movie. We're going to get jumpsuits, but we're also going
Yes.
to be doing karaoke later on that night.
Yes,
I think
please.
you
I want
lost
to be
it.
there for this.
That will happen. So, like I said, I'm both excited because of how much I love the series, and the fact that one of the things that I was the most freaked out by was like, okay, when didn't have a trailer, I'm like, if they do CG for all the
Yep.
aerial shots, I'm going to be disappointed because that was one of the great things about Top Gun.
Yep.
Is that they did like
Military actually came in and said,
they did actual military shots from all of the jets. So when I saw all those shots, I went, oh my god. Oh
okay,
my god.
so
These are real. These are real. And I think I might have only seen like one CG rendering of anything. And it was literally just a contour trail. And I went, oh, yes, they understood.
So here's the thing I want to know. I've only seen about the first couple of seconds of it because I never get to finish watching something at my house. I need to rewatch the entire trailer. What planes are they using? Are they using the original like jets that they had, or are they using the newer jets that the
Basically, the only ones that you really see in there are the F-22Cs.
Yep.
Okay, I really would like it if they would update to like F-35s.
I hate
There's
the
not
new.
that many
I forget what they're
35s.
calling, but I hate the Navy and Air Force's new stealth jets though. They suck.
They're not going to go and do this because this is all supposed to be still fighter jets and whatnot. So.
Well,
It's
they
still a
are.
dogfighting academy.
They are fighter jets though.
I know, but it's still a dogfighting academy. So you go and you use it.
Yep.
Too, just because it's more-
Okay, thank you.
So, there you go. So yes, as you can tell, like I said, I really like Top Gun.
Same.
So, yeah. I will shut up about Top Gun only because they ruined something else from my childhood. And I will specifically say ruined, and I almost never say ruined my childhood. Cats. I first saw Cats when I was 7 years old, and my parents took me to it live. I lost my mind. Also, the fact that Rum Tum Tiger, who was my all-time favorite, he appeared because it's like he went right behind me over inside the crowd, and when he makes his entrance and whatnot, it was started singing and referenced me, and then went up over there and almost got dog on me and loved the entire thing. Since then, I have watched the international versions of Cats. I've watched Broadway versions of Cats. I've watched the London cast of Cats. I've watched the Australian. I love the musical Cats.
Never seen it.
Same.
Ever.
I'm down to though, because I've always wanted to.
It's not like for a musical. It's good. It's not the greatest work of art, but it is good. what I will say is I never asked for a live action anything with cats.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a CG rendered horrible version of cats in the future.
Their lips reminded me of the old meme, the shoot the whoop fire and the laser. They literally reminded me of that, and I was just like, alright, that was a blast to 2007.
I hate it so bad. Because it was like, it's like, look, the show itself, they've got cat jumpsuits. I get that. Inside the movie, they've got these they're CG anthropomorphic cats.
Speaking of cats, at the RTX cosplay contest, there was somebody that had a custom airbrush, actually like authentically weaved like tail and fur cat's costume. I don't remember what they said the character was. It was like purple, pink, and white. It was beautiful though. Like looking at it up in person, I'm just like.
So if that's purple, pink, and white, that could be Rumple Teaser, or I'm forgetting the other girl's name, but probably Rumple Teaser.
The fact that you remember all the names is hilarious and amazing at the same time. Well, no, here's the funny thing is, I think of it as, like, really fucking nerdy, but I'm like, there's so many things I could do that with. It's the same fucking thing.
Yeah.
No, but like, sorry, I was like geeking out about that for a second, but it was crazy because they actually like studied how the Broadway people did the tails and did it that way, and I like looked at it and I'm like,
That's
that
cool.
movement is like, it was a stunning cosplay. I'll have to find the picture of it, but it won like best use of technique or something like that because it was like the jumpsuit was airbrushed, the makeup was like Broadway style makeup, and it was divine. That and listening, when I was a weeby little like 8th grader listening to the Vocaloid Kaido's version of Memory. That's the only thing I've had interaction-wise with cats.
I can tell you over here like doing this.
I've got it, and I can't end it, and it's awesome. There we go. So, okay, I figure we should actually kind of reference a little bit. Yeah, okay, so Candace, I'm glad that you're with me. Yeah, CGI was god-awful, so... I didn't ask for it, I don't want it, and I'm mad that it's even happening. So, yeah, I'm gonna shut up about it.
So let's talk about Anastasia on Broadway, okay? That shit's good.
That movie trailer didn't come out this week.
I know. The Broadway
Get put down?
musical was so good. I want to go see it again, but they closed.
Yeah,
But they're touring.
What is it?
honestly.
Anastasia.
I have not seen it yet, and it
They
makes
put
me
Well,
upset.
it's the 97 animated movie.
Oh, okay.
And then, like, 2-3 years ago, they went and actually made it a Broadway star. And the first time I heard the girl doing Journey to the Past, I was like, that's definitely a different sound that I've heard from Anastasia. But I'm like, it's not that bad. And the more I listened to it, I was like, that's good. And then I actually got to see her on Broadway when we went to New York in January.
Mm-hmm.
I was having a hell of a time with anxiety on that trip anyways. But I went to see that movie, and I walked in, and I just was like,
You're like,
thank you,
this is
Mom.
amazing.
I'm sorry I've been a bitch this trip, but thank you, Mom. And I literally cried like the entire musical, but it's like they didn't have like the signature yellow dress, which was like fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
And then they like changed up. Oh my gosh, it was beautiful though. But yeah, I got to see the actual original Anastasia, the Christy Altomare play, and I was just like, and as somebody that's got to see that and Wicked with the original cast, I was like, ah! So, and I saw Frozen on Broadway. That was interesting.
My friend worked on this lighting for that.
He did.
One of my childhood friends, I've known him. I had to say childhood friends directly to you, Candace. If you guys listened to yesterday's episode of Kawaii Cats, they go over the summer.
It's okay. I've got a
Something.
childhood friend, and we've been childhood friends.
I know,
for
like
years.
I've been childhood friends with this guy since
Yeah.
childhood.
You've been childhood friends with a guy.
Yeah, I set him up with one of my coworkers. It was just fun for them, but
Were they a childhood friend of that childhood friend?
no.
Oh, okay. All right. Just
So
making sure.
he's a lighting. He does lighting for Broadway and like for cruises and such like that. So he did for the Frozen. He set up all the lighting and all the technical things and the programs for it, and yeah, it was great.
Yeah, the lighting was stunning in it. Like
I'm
it was
stunning.
Like the whole the show was good, but it was like a little more child-oriented, and especially there's a bunch of little Rugrats in the theater that I was just like the entire time, but like it was cute, and the puppetry was fantastic with Olaf. Like they actually like, you know, they had him in like as a puppet. They had him like really. I swear to God, the guy who was playing him was the actual Olaf. He sounded just like him, but it was cool because the puppet was 3 pieces. It was the head, the top of the body, and then like the lower body, and they'd actually like pull him apart and like move him around like that. It was actually really cool puppetry for that.
Nice.
And so was Sven. Sven was really cool puppetry, but yeah, the Anna that we saw actually was really, really good.
Yeah, Eden, my friend Tim, he designed it all and everything.
But Eden, yes, I freaking love the Romanovs as well. And I actually used to cosplay Anastasia. Caden, no, I have not seen it. Send me a picture, but yeah. Hey, you saw Frozen too!
See, I have a lot of unfortunate circumstances of both my parents hating a lot of the shit that I like, and also stuff like that, so I never got to go to things like that. Now that I'm away from them, it's been a lot easier, but
Yeah, see, like,
my dad is always one of those people who's like, that sounds nerdy. No, you gotta be a man. You can't do that.
can I fight him?
He's an awesome guy, don't get me wrong. I love my dad. I love my dad, but he's... now that I've gotten him... Now that I'm an adult and I can talk back to him, I've actually gotten him to like a lot of the stuff that I like, which is nice, but I'm still trying to turn him on to stuff like anime and stuff like that, which is funny because he used to fight me for the longest time about that. And I think I was about 17 at the time. I was watching something. He's like, "Is that one of your damn cartoons that you're watching?" I'm like, "No, it's really good. You should watch this." And I was watching Fullmetal Alchemist. I was like, "This is one of the best stories of any anime you could find." And I was like, "You should watch it, and you'd probably love it because it's not crazy out there like a lot of other animes are, but it's also more interesting than a regular TV show would be." And he's like, "I don't know about that," and like, gave me a lot of shit about it. A week later, he comes to me. He's like, "Have you watched Akira before?" I'm like, "You know what Akira is?" He's like, "Yeah, I watched that when I was a kid." I was like, "Wow, first anime." So I'm like, "Then why are you fighting me on this?"
So that reminds me, because my grandma was the one that helped me get into cosplaying and helped me make my first costume, all that. She's always been really good at like costuming and being like creative with it.
Mm-hmm.
And we were talking one day, and I don't even remember what we were talking about, but we were talking about superheroes. And I was like, "Yeah, you know the," and she's like, "Yeah, I know the Hulk." I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, I used to read the Hulk all the time and watch the show when it was on TV." I was like, "Why did you never tell me this?"
See, that's the thing that frustrates me is because my dad used to read comics all the time as a kid, and he was super into it, and like even in his teenage years he used to do it. And then I don't know where it came from, but he just turned into that kind of guy and just hated everything. And now I'm getting him back into it. It's pretty great.
It's because all the generations basically went through like, oh, that was kid stuff, and now we need to become adults and can only like adult things. Where our generation's like, I'm still gonna like the things that I liked when I was a kid. So yeah.
See, like my mom is kind of, she's still a little like, not irritated, but sick of like anything anime related, because when I was in 8th grade, I would just blast Vocaloid and on repeat, and it was just all this, you know, Japanese high-pitched singing, so she's like still, I've had enough, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to like, when I did Captain America, Black Widow, Anna, Anastasia, all over it. It was so funny just to watch. It's like, I know you'll like that one. I know you probably like.
That's
she
cool.
loves everything I do because she's like a super cool and supportive mom. But sometimes she's just like, "Stop with that goddamn anime shit." And I'm like, "But this song is so good if you know the lyrics." But
That's fair.
yeah, I mean, we were both kind of geeking out on Frozen, but like I said, my anxiety was so bad there because I was like freaking out that there was going to be another 9/11 while I was there because I know that's my luck. So just the entire time I'm just like on edge. I'm just like, "Ah," and then in the musical, it's just like the only time I was actually like relaxed.
There's so many times.
It's like, it happened.
See,
It's
now
okay,
that I'm like,
whatever.
away from there, I'm like, what's wrong with me?
I love how that's your one thought though. Is you're down in New York, you're like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die."
My friend that cosplays Tucker, his name's Raph. Really cool guy. And I'm sitting there talking to him, I'm like, "Raph, have you ever been scared about another 9/11? Because I'm shitting myself right now." It wasn't when I got there. It was like the 2 weeks leading up to it. I was like on the phone with Brandon crying, like, "I don't want to die. I don't want to die. Go on this trip for me." It was so bad, and I don't even, because it's like, I have this like weird, like I know I'm gonna die one day, but I'm not ready for it yet, and so I'll just be laying in bed, be like, okay, we're gonna count sheep. You're gonna die today. No, I'm not. And then it like wakes me up like in the middle of my sleep. And literally, I'm sitting there like laying in bed one night. I'm like, yeah, I get to go to New York. I'm so excited. I haven't been there in forever. And I'm laying in bed, and it's like, you and your mom are gonna die because somebody's gonna hijack the plane and run it into the New World Trade Center. I was like, yes! And then just from after that, I was like, I'm so sorry, Mom. I probably ruined the trip for you, and I feel so bad. But oh my gosh, I didn't know how to calm down. It was horrific. I was like, and I also hadn't flown on a plane in like, what, 7 years? So I was like, I trust the pilot with my life because I know that most, 99% of pilots actually do try. And I trust me and my mom, but everybody else on the plane. Oh dear God. Yeah. It wasn't a fun flight. Well, especially because like when they bring you into New York, they actually have to go out over the ocean, loop around, and then go down onto the tarmac. So when I was like, okay, good, there's the city. And then I see the shoreline. I'm like, wait, why is there shoreline? Oh, dear God, they're going to crash this plane into the ocean. Oh, God. And then so they kept getting lower and lower. Like, oh, my God, it's it. Please, harbor, please, freight boats, please see us go down and come to our rescue because it'd be like goddamn Titanic, but in plane form. Oh, God, I'm going to die. And then we touched down on the tarmac, and I'm like, we didn't die. We didn't die! And then I got to the hotel, and we were on the, what floor were we on, like 25th, 33rd, something like that. Like, Brandon is scared of heights, and he was flipping his shit at our hotel room. So it's like, yeah, if you fell out the window, you would, from how high we were. Well, we weren't, like, all the way up. I was just like, yeah, this is great. Oh, dear God, what if a plane hits us? What if it just goes right down Times Square? Ah! And then actually going into the 9/11 museum, it was so, like, that's the most, like, calm I'd been, but it had such this, like, weird, depressing, somber mood to it. It was a beautiful museum, and it was just, like, you just sit there and you're like, holy shit, that did that? 9/11 was such an inside job. Jesus. But, yeah. You good at laughing at me? Over my anxiety.
Jet fuel melts steel beams.
Jet fuel can melt steel beams. Steel beams, steel fuel jeans.
Seriously, those phone calls. You're not being realistic. Oh, death calms you? Okay. Being safe freaks you
I feel
out?
so bad because I probably ruined the trip for her.
Oh,
I'm just like, can we go back
yeah.
and redo it, please, now that I'm not an anxious wreck?
Oh, you just do the exact same thing.
No, I'm calm now that I'm like, okay, there is not going to be another 9/11.
Calm? You just went on for like 15 minutes on the same topic and kept going and going and going.
Yeah.
While talking like this the whole time.
Yeah, that's me.
That's fair.
She could
I
just,
don't want to see you not in this calm state. Oh my God.
no, she could just go and talk, and I'll just be like thinking while I'm driving.
That's the best part. You don't even need a radio. Just give her a topic and let her go.
Tell him about stuff that makes me excited. Like I was talking about Zombieland Saga because I'm really excited. I figured that damn skirt out, and I'll sit there and be like, "Yeah, it was really great. This thing," and then he'd be like, "The thing."
I was
Oh, and then I was talking-
watching the windows.
Yeah, well, and then I was
outside
talking
while
about that video
just
that
talking
Candace
this
shared.
morning.
He doesn't listen to shit I say. Like I was talking about that Attack on Titan video Candace shared, and I was just be like, "Yeah, it's super great," because that reminded me. There's this like one-off, or this little like 6-part OVA that they made for the Attack on Titan. You got to see Marco more, and it was really great. And it's kind of like in between what happened when they first joined and before the big event. And he just keeps sitting there going, Marco.
Marco.
And I'm like, you're not listening to a word I said. And he just interrupts with it too. And I'm just like, fuck
Marco.
you, I'm done.
We're just with the Pleat thing and then talking about Zombieland. It's the same thing. I've had this conversation for like the 10th time. I just tune out. I know. I'm glad. I'm very glad that you got that skirt figured out. You're a mess trying to figure it out, and I don't know anything about
We
sewing.
all know that idle anime does not make realistic clothes, right? It's gorgeous, but not realistic. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, hey, I was talking to freaking Subweeks, Rena, Kate, everybody, Moody, trying to figure this out. And everyone's like, that's a nightmare. I'm like, I know.
But
want
you
it.
did it, and now everyone's gonna question you
Which is fine.
about it. Just like I made a 3D set of armor, and now everyone asks me to print it for them. So everyone's gonna ask you to make that skirt now.
I'll do it. Yeah, because it's a certain type of pleating, but it behaves like the other type of pleating. And then it's a circle skirt. But with a circle skirt, it's kind of like my Weiss and Nora skirts. That's just a regular circle skirt with no pleats in it. I know this is going over your head. But it's basically a hodgepodge of like 3 different skirts when it's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
And it's not realistic. So I had to figure out how to make it look as close as I could while keeping it realistic. And I finally freaking figured it out. Now the damn thing I have to figure out is how to get the freaking zipper in it.
You
So I
don't.
can get it on and off.
Now that we've lost some of your viewers. No, it was a real challenge for the skirt, and I'm glad she's pulling it off.
Candace, there is no live shows with Zombieland Saga. You know this. So, yeah. But I was super excited because that's what I want to be my competition piece at Valentine. It feels really good to sew again because I have been doing armor for the last 2 years. I'm so sick of it.
I like armor. I feel attacked.
I love it.
Now you guys can help me out with it.
No, like I am so thankful I built this armor. It's been like incredible for the last couple of years. But at the same time, it's like I feel stupid when I work on armor and I can't figure shit out. And Brandon's like, "Would you do it this way," and then it's done. And I'm like, the hell couldn't I figure that out? But then I'm sitting there just like, I just made an idol skirt from an anime look realistic. I feel like baller right now. I don't get that a lot with armor.
Fair.
So.
We just have to go and broaden the horizon. So that is about time.
Are you sure?
For your guys' rant or blabbing about Top Gun, and I'm just sitting there like,
It was
Have you never seen Top Gun?
no.
Watch it. I'm pretty sure I already asked that question, but watch it.
85% of the movies you ask if I've seen, just expect the answer to be
Yeah.
Just watch it.
This has
It's,
been
it's such a good movie.
this has been a
and it's not
previous
just a dude
conversation.
movie. It's such a good movie.
It's been a
it even has
previous
romance in it, and it's such a sad.
They've tried.
We've tried.
Okay, we're gonna wait till she's sleeping. You're gonna glue her eyes open. We're gonna sit her down in front of the movie and have her watch it.
And then we'll all be cursed.
He tried to get me to watch The Last Jedi. He put it on, stuck it in front of my face, and I said, I don't want to watch it right
Well,
now.
that one's okay.
Well, I need
Well,
to
we-
learn how Ray fights because I'm fighting.
Yeah, you probably should learn that one then.
Thank you guys for joining us for episode 150.
Oh my god, so again, right?
I swear to God. I swear to God. Okay.
Swear.
And then you. So.
Cricket.
Yes, you did. I'm happy about you. I'm happy about you and your cricket eating. If you guys enjoyed this weird, chaotic, I don't know what kind of episode, make sure you tune back in next Saturday, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and we will have more going on. I think next week, are we going to be trying to do the episode over at the okay, we could try to go and
Yeah.
We can
It
try.
might be
We'll have to
chaotic
test
as
it.
hell with RT fans, because you know how they get.
yeah. So, like I said, next week is going to be kind of big and busy and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, click back for the gaming that will be going on. We'll try to stream most of that, and then we should be back over here for this episode. So, until next time, people, we will talk to y'all later.
Bye.
And then it comes the weird point where I have to sit here, get up, and do all of this because I'm awesome that way.